a tutorial on database creation. This is just basically just showing a project that I did about a week ago using MySQL and PHP to create a database. This one is going to be it's a real estate database, which basically it's taking two tables in PHP. I'm going to show these tables live to you first. This is, let's see, let's go to my local host, and I'm going to show where this data is going to come from. It's going to populate it into a onto your screen here. So I've got a table here, or a database with two tables, one with agents and one with properties. Let's see, and we're going to go into the table of agents. These are just a bunch of made-up names, and which is going to feature an ID, agent name, agent ID, and a brokerage. Also in the properties, it features ID, agent ID, address, city, state, and price of the property. The agent ID is it will tie both the agents and properties together in sort of a inner join. Even though the tables themselves are not actually joined, they're going to be joined through the code that is actually on the local host. When I open this up, and it's going to show the data from both of these tables. So on here, I just got the agents, and here I have the properties. Now, without tying them together, I wouldn't be able to get some of the data from these to pair with each one of the properties. Now I'm going to show the actual code. This is the document for the index PHP, which is the actual web page itself with the table. You can see the table for all the headings, and the document the dynamic part of the document is in this code here, which is a PHP include from the database PHP, which is this file here. This calls from the database itself, which is on, and I'm going to show you I'm using Apache or XAMPP. I used to use MAMP, but I kind of like XAMPP now. I've been using XAMPP for maybe like a couple weeks now, and I prefer using it to MAMP. MAMP is the PHPMyAdmin PHP interface for Macintosh. But anyway, going into XAMPP, this is how I get my database, how I get my testing done, so I can see how it'll look before it's actually hosted somewhere on a site, on a web hosting with cPanel, like GoDaddy is the one I'm familiar with, and that's the one where my website's where my actual website, Suburban Style Media, is hosted. So anyway, going to go look into the code here and how this works. So we have first, this part ties the database in. If there's a connection, it'll say connected, which it does up here. If not, it'll say there's no connection to real estate database in this section here. So with that, going down below, this is the actual MySQL code that ties everything together. So this is where the magic happens. So it's taking each one of these categories from each one of these tables. So it has I'm requesting the agent's name, agent's ID, property address, agent's brokerage name, property cities, properties agents, and from these two tables, agents and properties, where properties agent ID equals agent ID. So this is where these two tie together. Agent ID here and properties agent ID here. So after that, you have in the code where it queries the database and it fetches the data. in this dynamic area where the name from each row in the database, we're going to go back and we're going to see the data that's actually compiled. So we have the agent name, brokerage, address, city, and then the price bar here, which shows the price. There is some special formatting here, which some CSS, which is inside the code for this. So right here, it's green, and the font weight is bold. So that was added to this particular table column so that it displays the data the way I prefer. And I could change it to red or purple. Matter of fact, we'll do that now. We'll just say, or you can change it to any type of color style. I'm just using names of colors for simplicity, and just refresh it, and it turns it purple. And font weight, you can change that to italic or anything like that. So we'll do that too. We'll change this to italic, and we'll see what it does. Like I said, this is more like simplicity. Also, let me make sure I've got my. That may not work now. Let's see. Let's try it here. Font weight italic. Okay, it did not work necessarily. I think it's probably because of the quote marks. Well, okay, well, let's just go back to bold. Go back to where it was. I think this is not supposed to be there. Okay. So we'll turn back to green. And bold. And okay, so the number format here has also been changed so that it shows the amount. It adds a comma into the numbers. You can tell from the database here when I go to properties, the data for the pricing is just shown without commas and without a dollar sign. As you can tell, the dollar sign here is actually statically inputted into the code, but because the numbers, and I'm going to go to show the code for how it's actually displayed on this table as an integer. We're going to go to price, or the actual SQL structure, and where it'll display that the pricing is actually going to be an integer. It's not a variable character. So it's going to show it as a number. So what I needed to do was actually input it as a string so that I can dynamically change the price, so I can add the other characters I needed to add to reflect this. So anyway, that's just a short overview of how this code works. Like I said, it's not a tutorial. It's not showing you how to do it or anything. But if you are working with a project like this might kind of help you a little bit. This is just a little bit about what I've done as a self-taught web developer to try to work and try to learn this stuff myself, and hopefully that you found some inspiration in this, and maybe this will help you out in something you're doing. Also I forgot. Also here, before I go, I just want to add that in the order of this, I can change the order of the list from ascending to descending. There's other things I can do with it as well in this code. Let's just use some example here. So right now it's descending property price. So the higher values go down the list. But let's just say we want to change it to ascending. So we'll just go ASC here and watch this list change. So now you have lower price on top, higher price on the bottom. Now let's go by, now we're going to change the column again by agent name. So we'll go order by agent name ASC. And now if you look at the agent name, well, okay, there's an error there. Agents, oh yeah, agents, and then agent name ascending. Now that error has been reflected. So now it's in alphabetical order. And we're going to do descending. We'll change that. And now it will descend that list. So it bases this whole list based on that. So anyway, this is just a short video that I created just to show that, and this is on MySQL, PHPMyAdmin databases, joining table data in the code for a dynamic website, or dynamically for a website. If you have data tables and you want to display the data on those tables, this can also work well with JSON data or APIs, but I'll probably go into that in future projects if I do anything with that. So anyway, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.